Alright, so while it's trying to load up where we left off, I do want to point out that I will not be doing the, the Fire
Part
Emblem
1.
games
White
as a
Cloud.
live stream anymore. These
Verdant
will
Rain
be their
Moon.
own
Tower
independent
of Black
videos right
Wind.
now. I'm going to put together a playlist because I am absolutely going to finish Claude's story.
The ceaseless
I gotta let this
rains
go.
that satiate the verdant landscape of Fodlan are accompanied by fierce winds and mighty roars of thunder. This abundance of rain, sparkling as it falls against beams of emerging sunlight, is a constant reminder to the people of Fodlan that nature is ever wild and unpredictable. For when the rain finally does take pause, the clouds part and give way to a glorious rainbow.
Alright, so once again while it's loading, just to fill you guys in on what's been going on, I have been doing the Friday live stream. I think I only had one of those since I got back to work, but I took a week off for the launch period of this game, and I played through that entire week. I've played through at least one full story mode, and I'm working on one of the other characters, so I do kind of know what's going on now. But I still have been avoiding the Golden Deer so that we can go through that one together. And ever since I got back to work, things have been so hectic I haven't been able to put much together. So hopefully things are finally going to be going back to something kind of resembling normalcy for the channel. I might be going to one video for the other series that I was doing. I don't know yet. We'll see how it happens. But I'm still playing through Skies of Arcadia, so really enjoying that one. So let's get through and see what else we have to do in the area. We got some new areas to explore and some cash. On the plus side, this does mean we can kind of take some jump cuts and nobody has to watch me wander from place to place.
I would like...
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of
Wait.
the Holy Kingdom.
I would like for you to take your students into Kingdom territory to eliminate some thieves.
They stole a hero's relic from House Gautier of the Holy Kingdom of Fargus, the Lance of Ruin.
Sorry about that. Had to go back, make sure I got these. I got a little button happy.
Their leader's name is Miklan. He is apparently a disowned son of House Gautier.
Why was he disowned?
I believe it had something to do with his lack of a crest. Such happenings are fairly common within the kingdom.
The Crestless cannot unleash the goddess's power even if they possess a relic. Nonetheless, they are still capable of simply wielding those weapons.
The hero's relics are immensely powerful weapons. We must meet this threat with adequate force. Unfortunately, most of the Knights of Seros are away from the monastery, purging the apostates of the Western Church. So we are entrusting you with this mission. After all, you wield the Sword of the Creator, which is more than capable of opposing any relic.
The Sword of the Creator is a powerful weapon well beyond the other relics. You have nothing to fear. However, to ensure that no harm comes to the students, we will also send the monastery's most skilled individuals to aid you.
I must remind you that you are expected to conduct yourself in a manner befitting the wielder of that holy sword. Also, you should know that Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. That is all.
Hey, Teach. I gotta say, I never would have guessed you were a descendant of the King of Liberation. You didn't forget, did you? That story I told you about a relic that could cut a mountain in half? That relic was the Sword of the Creator, the very same used by Ramases, the King of Liberation.
I have no reason to believe that we're necessarily his descendant.
Don't be coy, Teach. The Sword of the Creator could only be wielded by Ramases. If you can use it too, that can only mean you have that bloodline's crest.
Or we've been chosen by the goddess that allowed it to be wielded in the first place.
Fine.
Look, anything's possible.
Keep your secrets. But just so you know, I don't understand isn't gonna cut it here at the monastery. Speaking of, Professor Hanneman has been looking for you. He probably wants to examine your crest with those crazy instruments of his. Actually, sounds amusing. Maybe I'll tag along.
Look, if I don't know is he going to cut it at the monastery, we're going to have some serious problems because literally everything before getting to the monastery, I'm pretty sure we don't know. We stabbed people, they died, we got to keep living, we got food in our bellies. That's the extent of our knowledge.
If it isn't my little Claude, what has you so worked up?
Well,
Judith, what are you doing here?
That's Lady Judith to you, boy. I told you, until you're in charge, I expect you to address me with all due respect. Anyway,
Sibling?
I'm here to retrieve you. Duke Regan's condition has taken a turn for the worse.
Are you saying the old man's on his deathbed?
I think she got like a
No, it's
mention
not
in the
that
other
bad.
playthroughs.
But in the state he's in, he won't be able to participate in the next roundtable conference. He wants you to go in his stead. I volunteered to play the messenger.
Wow, thanks for that. Oh, and Teach, this is Judith, also known as the hero of House Dathnel.
A hero,
so
you
you're
say?
little Claude's teacher, are you? How much trouble has he been giving you?
Not at all. The man is a goddamn saint, and I love him.
If her nickname didn't give it away, you should know that Judith, Lady Judith, is the leader of the famous House Dathnel of the Leicester Alliance. She used to be a big deal at the roundtable conferences, but it seems of late she's been reduced to a mere...
You had better shut that mouth before I put my boot in it, you tactless nuisance. Now come on, let's get going. Sorry, Professor, but I need to borrow the boy for a bit.
By all
I
means.
suppose we'll have to finish our chat later. Sorry, Teach. But don't you worry, I'll be back in time for our next mission. All right, Judith, let's get going.
It's Lady... I suppose you are the active leader for the time being. Fair enough, boy. Fair enough.
All
Good
right.
of you to
I'm-
come, Professor. I've
gonna
heard
take
much
us
about
there.
you lately.
thought I'd have to walk
Specifically, that
there.
you are able to awaken the sword of the Creator's power. Thusly, it seems the true nature of your crest has been uncovered. I had, of course, seen your crest before. However, at first, I failed to recognize its true nature. Eventually, it dawned on me that what is visible is perhaps merely a small part of a greater whole. In other words, your crest is too significant to be detected when using normal instruments. After this discovery, I began researching crests that might fit that description, which allowed for a temporary hypothesis. However, I could not be certain. The crest my conclusions led me to was far too unusual. A crest thought to have disappeared from this world in the millennium since the fall of Nemesis, the King of Liberation.
So let me get this right. I have a crest that you know very little about. Crests seem to not necessarily require a generational jump, so there doesn't have to be a crest bearer each and every generation. So, knowing these things, you still find it just impossible to comprehend the possibility that this crest skipped several generations and I happen to have it. And you're a professor studying these. Either I'm wrong and I'm an idiot, or you're written to be not nearly as well-renowned as you probably should be.
The crest of flames. That is what you possess.
The Crest of Flames.
Your ability
Kinda
to
dig it.
wield the sword of the Creator has unequivocally proven my hypothesis. A legendary
do
power,
believe it?
dormant since time immemorial, and now resurrected. There can be no doubt that this ancient power resides within you.
I really dig her outfit, but I kind of wish we could ditch the hat. Like, keep the rest of the outfit, but let me be hatless. Something about the hat gives it... I know it's supposed to be the military look, but it makes it seem just extra military. Got a tea party. Who am I going with? Oh. Not what I... Okay, well this was not necessarily as I meant for it to go, but okay, let's try the berry tea.
Thank you for your invitation. To what do I owe this surprise?
My misunderstanding of what buttons I was clicking, but you know what? While we're here, how about a cup of tea?
Thank you.
I think characters have types of teas that they prefer and ones that they hate.
Lovely.
Guess I picked acceptably? I don't know. I might be horribly wrong on that. Things that bother you. You like talking about you. Yeah, I guess that worked. Ugh. Cats? You like cats? I like cats. I have a cat.
No.
Well, this might not be going anywhere fun. Let's see, you don't like cats, so I know that's something that bothers you. But again, you like talking about yourself, so... Fair enough.
Thanks for the treat. Come by the infirmary anytime you need anything. I'll be waiting, Professor.
The only real thing I'm gonna go on about here is, there are romance options. They're not just, hey, become better friends with people. So yeah, the romancing is still a thing in this game, for much as it has in prior ones. But there's a trade-off. With her, at least. She's not one of our students, and frankly, I'm a bit more, you know, morally okay with that, even though they do age up. It's just weird. I find it weird. Anyways, we have some decisions to make, and I need to see if some of our boys can grow up into brand new, stronger classes. So, I'll show any changes that get made, but otherwise, we're going to go exploring.
Perfect comprehension.
Alright, who do we have? Oh, that's right, okay. There is a new game plus, and there's some things you can do with the journal, and I've just been used to stopping off and checking on it, so that's what that was about.
A stone. I do not understand.
I
Yet,
don't
as
think
I
we were
think
meant
of
to
it,
understand.
The pounding in my chest grows faster still. That is...
Wait, there we go.
Yet as I think, but is that me? Or is it you?
Well, usually the pounding in your chest is referred to as a heartbeat, and, you know, it beats a little faster when you see something that you might be a little infatuated by. Hint, hint, wink, wink. You know, as much as I was saying it's weird because, you know, the whole student thing, it's even weirder because that character literally lives in my head.
I'm not secretly eating cake.
Fine, you know what? I'm willing to admit that maybe it's some pie.
Okay. What? Oh, fine. You got me. Keep it a secret, all right?
Called her right out. Anyways, we have a lost item that we just picked up. Wherever it is, it's the needle and thread.
I've been looking
She
for this.
sews. She
Thank
makes
you so
her
much.
own little dolls. Kind of a cool little side thing. A little bit of information to learn about the characters. I know sometimes you can also find books and things to increase your professor level in the various dorms. I don't know if I'm gonna look for those. We got things to do.
Awful. Just awful what happened with the rite of rebirth. The infirmary. Well, it was a mess. Things are finally calm again. And so I've come here to unwind.
Something
Let me
about
tell you,
bodies in an
I put
infirmary
all of
and a
my
mess
knowledge
does
to use
not
keeping
paint a
those
pretty
kids
picture,
alive.
Manuela.
Still, the truth of it is that when someone faces death for the first time, well, they figure out who they are. They learn if they can do it again.
And
We can't
my students
lose
are
them,
built to
Professor.
last.
Not
They're
to
gonna pull
battle or
through,
to cowardice.
and they're gonna kick ass
If you
and
can
take
keep
names.
them going, then I will too.
I will definitely protect them, and I will definitely make sure that they are well equipped to remove some heads from some bodies.
Things.
I need to get better at all of the magics. At least they have something available. If I need to heal somebody, I need to be able to do that. Which may mean I need to switch to a magic using class until we get to a point where I can do it regardless. Got a couple of free gifts. A item to increase our, I think, health. And what else we got here? Let's plant a bit more flowers. I'm going to go with 2 of the yellow flower seeds because we got extra of those. And always pour big money into it because fun free items all day, every day. I'm not going to worry too much. I know I considered it at one point, but I don't want to worry too much about recruiting the other students in this playthrough. If anybody wants me to do a new game plus and to recruit more students, try to save everyone, I think I can make a plan for that. But as it stands, we're going to go through the base game just so that I can limit having to level grind everybody.
Why is that fish so still? Wait, is it swimming sideways? Perhaps it is resigned to its woeful fate of being plucked from the water and eaten. Ah, Professor, you are so outgoing with all of the students.
That's kind of dark. Just, yeah, why is this fish already dead? Let's eat the dying fish. No, that's a sign not to eat
I would
it.
like to have more opportunities to connect with you, though I'm certain my brother would disapprove.
Yeah, probably. The guy's way too
Might
protective.
you help me with a favor?
Yes. And although, you know, he's crazy overprotective, we kind of learn, eventually, there's a bit more of a reason to that. And it's a kind of interesting little twist. Iron welding material. Did we find that already? No. But this is how we're going to be able to finally repair our weapons, so as soon as I find that, we'll be well set on our way. Speaking of finding it, literally at the top of the stairs. Alright, let's go get that gift, thank you. Please repair all of my nearly broken shit.
There you go.
Hey, Ingrid,
Please
you're
leave
one
Sylvain
of the...
alone for the time being. The thing is,
Yeah?
the bandits' leader who stole the relic is Sylvain's disinherited older brother.
I think this
Hail,
guy can
Professor.
train me in a few new
If I
skills
may
that I like.
introduce myself, I am Gilbert. My life has been spent as a dedicated knight. I am to accompany you on your assignment. I may have slowed a step in recent years, but I pledge to you the full extent of my abilities.
Well, that's good to hear, Gilbert. It is a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is all mine, I assure you.
Right, okay, so he can train me to be a better rider, which, you know I like mobility, and so I want to focus on horseback. Being able to get on a Pegasus or a dragon is cool and all,
Progress.
but in order to maintain that mobility, I do have to have an obvious weakness to all archers. And the horses have their drawbacks too, but I'd rather just not be a pincushion for arrows, you know?
It seems that our next mission is another bandit hunt. This time I've heard that their leader is the son of a noble family. What a complete disgrace to the nobility.
I want to get better at cooking, but I don't know where to start. I wish I knew someone who could help me. Oh, who would be good at cooking? Leone, Flan, or Ash? I would bet Flane would have some surprising cooking skills. With how much she talks about cooking and eating fish, I was hopeful, but it was a complete gamble as to who of that group would be good at cooking. I have some experience painting landscapes, and now I'd like to try my hand at painting a portraiture. I'm just used to a portrait, but okay. Can you think of anything who would anything. Anyone who would model for me. Manuela, Raphael. Bernadette is a strong no-go. Raphael would be a bit of an oddball. Let's try Manuela. Hey, that one worked out pretty well. Let's pick up these relic pieces here so that maybe we can start to repair a few of these, because there is some slight benefits to have here. Besides just completing the quest. Right, so if I speak with this gentleman right over here...
Need something?
The skill upgrades are kind of meh, but the experience bonuses, I at least want to hit that +5 for each of them. And we got 5,400 points to spend on that attempt, so...
This one? You're all set.
Over time, all of the statues will start to look a bit better.
This one?
I think even possibly slightly changing materials. I think I have one of them at brass or whatever, or bronze.
You're all set.
Whatever material it is.
You're all set.
Alright, I will be perfectly honest. I'm very tempted to take the riding +2, but I think all that does is help our students who are trying to learn to ride. And I think we'll have plenty of time to work on that.
See you again
anyways.
soon.
Sedith, what you got going on?
Geralt was looking for you.
Papa?
It seems
Where
he has
is
gone
he?
off somewhere. If he is not in his room, then surely someone has seen him. Ask around.
Got it. Well, I still have to
something to
accept
ask
your
of you.
mission in the first place.
Oh, Professor, are you looking for Captain Gerald? I just saw him in the Knight's Hall a little while ago.
This is where you guys are going to
He was
send me
talking
all
with a
over
female
the
knight,
place, aren't
but
you?
I didn't get a good look at who she was.
Don't you think Professor Hanneman's been acting a bit strange?
I think we've all been acting a little bit strange, Ignatz. Yes.
Maybe he's made some kind of big discovery.
Right, you were one of the ones that wanted the... This isn't confidence herbs, no. We need the wellness herbs. There they
Someone
are.
lost that, huh? I don't know who...
Well then, what special mission do you have that you want to do? You know what? Not worth the effort. You can just be forever disappointed, just like the rest of the people.
Some people are unhappy because they don't have the crest they want.
If you have a crest, you're in the clear in this world, it seems.
And some are unhappy because they have a crest they never asked for.
Well, there you go. That's kind of the trade-off. But, I think you were one that wanted the herbs,
this?
right? No? Man, who wants these herbs? You have a mission, too. Man, what is with nobody actually wanting these herbs, but they're all glowing like, hey, you have a mission here.
Oh, Gerald? He said something about visiting a grave.
Got it!
There's a
Finally,
graveyard
we get to
attached
go to
the
the...
monastery, so you'll probably find him there. I can't remember where the graveyard is, but I bet Sedith knows.
Do we really have to ask Sedith?
Oh.
The graveyard is literally right... You know, I'm going there anyways. I'm sure he's there.
Hi.
Whoa!
A moment, please.
Oh. I don't know, for some reason I thought she wasn't loaded in. She just came in like a big light blue blur.
Hey, I wanted to ask you to join me, but I couldn't find you. So, here I am. I was thinking we should visit your mother.
Mom?
She's resting beneath this humble grave.
Really? We should see what that's about.
Oh, of course you would ask that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Yeah, Dad, you kind of left our entire history, family, friends, your history, my history, kind of completely out of our entire upbringing. So, yeah, a little bit of information would be nice.
I suppose I haven't talked much about her. She was gentle and smart. Oh, so smart. A wonderful cook. Always kind to everyone.
I wonder if she could have helped that student that I apparently directed to the wrong cook.
And she loved flowers. Whenever I brought her back an unusual flower, her face would light up. I cherish those memories. I can't count how many times she made me happy just by smiling. And she smiled the most when she was pregnant with you.
Aww.
She died right after you were born. She wasn't able to spend much time with you. But she loved you with all her heart. That's the truest thing I know. Never forget it. This ring is the only keepsake I have of her. In time, it will be yours. One day, I hope you'll give this ring to someone you love as well as I love her.
Okay, I feel like we just got, yeah, that's gonna be
done.
something to
You
keep,
have my thanks.
Yeah. See, we've already... So yeah, that ring, Dad, about that ring, you, Okay, so now I can give 2 of my students some herbs. I swear, if it's gonna be the 2 I've already been speaking with, I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm certainly not gonna let you die out in the battlefield because of it.
Because they don't have in summer.
Let's try this again. Do you want these wellness herbs?
What's this?
Time to ask everybody about some tea or whatever herbs we got going on. You're small and timid. And you're also shoving your face full of cake. If anybody's gonna want some wellness herbs, it's gonna be you, isn't it?
Why did you think this was mine?
Because cake is bad for you and all that sugar is gonna tear through your insides. You know what? I give up. You guys can just, have your internal problems. We have a lance tournament to compete in. And I'm not sure how I like any of our odds, but... Ooh, Hilda, she's got some hit points for days. She's not good with a lance. So maybe we'll try Leone. But I mean, Hilda would be able to take a few hits and as a result be able to ditch a few more back out. I don't know, I almost feel like in comparison there, being on horseback was kind of an unfair advantage. Alright, Leone, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not liking our chances. And if the numbers they are definitely not with us. We would have to rely on him to miss more than one shot. And at a hit rate of 87, I don't like that. I think we're going to withdraw for your own good. You did good. Runner-up, that's not bad. And I still got some of those much-wanted professor points. Alright, I want to eat with our boy Raphael, and I mean, who else even in our house falls into the category? Claude. It's not even a question.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
Eating is life. Literally, you'd die without it. And I'm always happy to share a meal with you.
And with that, we're done with our quote-unquote day off. Let's see how else we're going to spend the rest of the week up until we get to the point where we will need to do some battling, because leveling is definitely needed. And other than the story battles or ones with any serious significance, maybe we'd be good skipping through those. No, I'm not going to auto-instruct. Instead, I need to make sure some of our students are focusing on the skills they need, like riding because I need all of my mobility. And also, good old punching.
Professor, may I ask you something?
I don't even know anymore, lady. I have gone through so many versions of this game, I don't know which path I'm taking you kids anymore. There's so much to do, and never enough time in which to do it. Sleep is a nuisance, but my body forces me to slow down, even though my mind doesn't want to. I kinda get this. This is like every night when you want to sleep, and your body's just like, how about you pass the hell out? And your brain's like, yo, what about that shit that happened 4 years ago? do you have any tips for shaking the tired feelings away? None that I would advise to minors. How about some hot tea?
Ah, gotcha.
I mean, it's either that or actually getting that sleep, but you know, the sleep is the problem. Tea is the solution. Once you reach Professor Level C, you can assign an adjacent... Oh, so now we can have some of the units that we maybe don't want to bring with us because they're way too weak. They can fight alongside us and get some experience that way. That's actually pretty good. I'm gonna stick with that. Okay, look. We just had the decision about the axes, bro. I'm with you. I think the Lord path is gonna be a good one, but for now, let's see how you do with chopping down some trees.
Oh, Professor, are you training too? I was just about to finish up, but if you want to join in, I can stick around a while longer.
We had a paralog event with Leone. I was about to wrap it up, but we're gonna go through it and see this event. I might be here a while.
Oh no, it's fine. Just do your thing. Don't mind me. Come on, don't be shy. Phew. I'm beat, but we're finally done.
You didn't have to stay for the whole routine. You already did yours, you know that, right?
I was already training when you got here, and I finished right alongside you. Guess I outlasted you, huh?
Maybe, but you sound a whole lot more worn out than I am. If we were ambushed right now, I'm much better prepared to fight them off. And you're unfortunately going to need to catch your breath first.
Speak for yourself. I'm always looking to improve.
Good attitude, though.
By the way, Professor, something I wanted to ask.
Yeah, ask me whatever you want. I've got nothing to hide.
Are you really Captain Gerald's kid?
Not only do I have nothing to hide, I couldn't come up with anything that would be hidden anyways. And that's at least what we're told.
That's a pretty detached tone to take about your own family. What's your opinion of him, then? You must look up to him, at least.
Well, you know, massive respect. The man's kept us safe and alive. My goal with the rest of you.
It doesn't sound like you really appreciate him. You didn't even know until you came here.
Hold on! Who are you to tell me I don't appreciate my old man? Did I not just say the man kept us alive? There's at least a couple of year period there where we sure as heck wouldn't have been able to pull that off ourselves.
If it weren't for him, you wouldn't be half the person you are now.
Also, kind of possibly true.
You've probably never even thought about how lucky you are.
Look, our character still has a father. I'm pretty sure luck is somewhere in the equation there, especially in a world where, you know what, when war happens, people die young. And our old man got to be an old man.
Oh, okay, this really bothers me. Listen up. I don't care if you're the teacher and I'm the student. I'm going to outshine you. I know you were some famous mercenary before you came here, but let me tell you something. I'm going
Actually,
to be better
I
than
think
you
Dad was
ever
the
were.
famous mercenary. We just happened to
In
live.
fact, I'll surpass you in no time at all.
I guess maybe we were
So don't
famous-ish.
blink. You might miss it.
You know what? I look forward to you surpassing me, because then maybe I can finally be the one to put my feet up on the desk.
Let's see this through.
We'll be fine. Can't argue with results, can you?
Nope. You certainly can't argue with those results. Why would anybody argue with perfection?
Experience
And that's
is
not just me
everything.
stroking his ego.
I feel like I get it now.
How's this gonna help?
Look, don't question it, Hilda. We got a plan somewhere. I had a plan. I certainly don't have one right now. I got to put one back together. I took a couple of days off and I don't know what's going on anymore. So, while I try to figure out where I was heading with this game in between this episode and next episode, I'm gonna do some things and we're gonna go out and do some battling and we'll come back. I think at a good point next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great time and I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.